I've had people who've called in and said, I've looked at a bunch of lawyers and you're the only one with all these videos that really just break down everything I need to know. And most likely what most people will say is, it's way too above my pay grade. I want you to do it for me. It takes a really complicated process and it makes it super simple. What it's done is it's kept cash flow going. I signed up to start a new practice area that I didn't have before. So I had created some content on the website, put it out there. It wasn't getting picked up, wasn't getting phone calls. I didn't have any cases, that sort of thing. But I knew what to do on the cases. I just didn't have any clients. So that obviously was the biggest problem, was that I didn't have any clients to do a practice area that I wanted to get into.
So what did we actually do for you? What did you come into the program and get out of it? And what did we do for you?
You guys set up my entire campaign. So all of the Facebook ads, you cut the video. I shot the video, but you cut the video for the ad.
Did we write the script for you also?
You wrote the script for me. Yep. You gave me a list. I think Dana and Chris gave me a list of short 2-3 minute videos to do so that we can get the emails going. I think you guys did the first 20 or so videos and emails in the sequence. We're done through you guys. You hired my virtual assistant and my writer. And you set up the Google Sheets spreadsheet so that I can just go in there, put the link to the video and the title to the video in there, and then everything else just happens naturally behind the scenes.
Let me ask you a question. What has it been like working with Chris and Dana in terms of actually getting everything set up? Have they been responsive? Have they been competent? What's your thought on them?
100%. I love both of them. They're both really good, both really easy to work with. They responded quickly. They did a ton of research, because when I started on and I told them I wanted to do ERISA disability cases, they were like, what is that? Because no one knows what they are.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to do them, right? I mean, because there's virtually no competition out here for these types of cases. And, I'm the only one in our area doing them. There may be people that are doing them, but they're certainly not advertising for them. They did a ton of research to figure out what are the questions that people would be asking. And those first 20 videos that I did were all around those issues.
So as a result of launching this campaign and everything that you've learned, what have the results been for you?
So we launched the ad in, I think, June or July of last year. Mm-hmm. So we started getting cases last year and started filing these long-term disability appeals.
So you got a bunch of cases. So that means you made $52,000 so far, but is that number going to keep going up because you keep getting you get it every single month?
Right. Okay. So I've got a few clients that I have on a monthly claim. So they're getting benefits every single month. Mm-hmm. And then I've got several clients and I'm working on their appeals right now.
So it sounds like you made a decent amount of money on this already. And it sounds like we're just getting started, which is pretty good.
Right.
Awesome. Right. Awesome. Cool. So now that you've kind of got this in place, how has this impacted other areas of your life? Does having this system in place allow you to do anything that you couldn't do before?
What it's done is it's kept cash flow going. These are cases that are within the injury and disability umbrella that you don't have to go to court on. It's just arguing with the insurance company. Sometimes you have to go to court on it, but it's not a jury trial. You never take these cases to a jury trial. So it's helped me diversify our revenue a little bit, but at the same time staying within the same specialty, which is injury and physical limitations.
Do you find that people come in and when they've watched a bunch of your videos, it's a lot easier to get them to hire you, meaning they're like warmer leads?
Yeah. I mean, I've had people who've called in and said, I've looked at a bunch of lawyers and you're the only one with, all these videos that really just break down everything I need to know. So I don't hold back anything in my videos. I just tell them everything. And most likely what most people will say is, it's way too above my pay grade. I want you to do it for me. I had a guy come in, he had watched all my YouTube videos, and I'm not a high pressure guy, so I'm not going to try to sell you. And I tell people that, but my receptionist tells people that, beforehand. We offer free strategy sessions. We'll tell you everything that you need to do to win. And I have a template for a free strategy session report. So once I finish with that strategy session, I will hit the merge template, and it'll pop out like a 5-page letter that I'll just modify based on what we talked about.
Yeah.
And I'll send out this letter to people. But I have people come in and they'll sit down at my conference room table, or we'll do it over Zoom. And I'll be no pressure. Here's a retainer agreement if you want to sign with us. If you do that, we need to know by X date, because there's a short deadline on these cases.
Yeah.
And people will say, yeah, no, I came here to sign. I'm not even, it's not even a question. I came here to sign. And that's, I think, a tribute to all the data, all the information that we put out there in the internet.
What would you say to anyone that's kind of on the fence, thinking about maybe I should work with Andy and his team, maybe I shouldn't work with Andy and his team? What do you think about that?
I think it puts the system into place. The hardest thing for an attorney is getting started and then following through. And really the only thing I have to do to keep this system going is keep paying for the Facebook ads, right? And keep shooting short videos and putting it on the Google spreadsheet. It takes a really complicated process and it makes it super simple. And if there's a problem, I mean, just like last week, anyone else, any other agency, I think you would end up paying them $100 an hour to fix that stuff, right? But you guys had a video that you'd already done, put it in the master class. And when I came onto the coaching call, so yeah, do this, fixed. I mean, that's a huge benefit that you don't get anywhere else.